Kumusta mga kamatinik? Welcome to third quarter week number 2. And today's topic, I am going to give another learning on finding the percentage in the given problem and solve routine and non-routine problems. Again, involving percentage. Pero bago ko simulan, narito na ang ating answer key sa nakaraang episode natin sa quarter 3 week number 1. Kung hindi nyo pa napanood, balikan nyo ang aking mga uploaded videos at hanapin lamang ang ating visualizing percent and identifying the percentage, base, and rate. And now, please check your answers. Let's have now the following our quarter 2 week 1 answer key. For number 1, what is 20% in decimal? The answer is letter A or 0.2. Number 2, convert 5 into 10 into percent.
The answer is letter C, 50%.
Number 3, which of the following refers to a specific part or portion of a number? The answer, letter C, percentage. Number 4, what is the percentage in the situation? Rosa has 450 pesos. She used 20% of it to buy a handkerchief. She bought the handkerchief for 90 pesos. The answer is letter B, 90 pesos. For number 5, among the 1,250 pupils who attend the school, 6% are left-handed. There are 75 left-handed pupils. What is the base in the situation? And we have the answer, letter D, 1,250. And here are the answers.
Number 1 is A, number 2 is C, number 3 is C, number 4 B, and number 5 is D.
Congratulations to those who got a perfect score. And later, I will announce kung sino ang ating top 5 na mabilis na sumagot at nakakuha ng perfect score, at sila ang ating tatawaging Mathematics of the Week! Abangan yan mamaya kung sino-sino sila at baka kayo ang isa sa ating Mathematics of the Week. Kaya kung gusto nyo ring maging Mathematics of the Week, sagutin nyo lamang ang ating math try nga. Maya-maya lang yan. Iko-comment nyo lang ang inyong sagot sa comment section dito lang sa episode na ito. At kapag ikaw ay pumasok sa ating top 5 na naunang nakakuha ng perfect score, ikaw din ay tatawagin natin Mathematics of the Week next episode. Kaya't makinig, matuto kay Maestro Olaso.
1, 2, 3, come on!
Let's start now our first lesson on finding the percentage in the given problem. Now, before that, let's go back the relationship of percent to decimal. Naalala niyo pa ba kung anong kinalaman ni percent kay decimal? To change from percent to decimal, drop the percent symbol and move the decimal point 2 places to the left. That's why 60% is equal to 0.60 or 60 hundredths or 0.6 or 6 tenths. Another one, 75%, moving the decimal point to the left. So it is equal to 0.75 or 75 hundredths. And we have 5%. By moving the decimal point going to the left, we have the answer 0.05, which means 5 hundredths. Take note of this, no? Kapag single digit yung ating percent, lalagyan natin ng point zero bago yung single digit. Just like 3%, it is equal to 0.03 or 3 hundredths. Alright? Don't forget this because later we will be using this in our lesson. This time, let's review also how do we identify the percentage, base, and rate. For example, we have 40% of 120 is 48. Which among the three given numbers is the percentage? Alin ba dyan? Yes, it is associated with the word is. So, 48 is our percentage. What about the base? It is associated with the word of. So, 120 is the base. Tatandaan niyo yung mga clue words natin, ano? And of course, the rate is associated with the symbol percent. So, 40% is the rate. Did you still remember it? Well, you should be and always remember all of this. Also, let's go back to the situation given by Mr. Santos. And as what we discussed, percentage is the part or the portion of the whole amount or price. So 360 pesos is the percentage in the given situation of Mr. Santos. Rate also is the number compared to 100. And napakadali lang ito. Ito yung may symbol na percent. So, in the situation of Mr. Santos, 30% is the rate or percent. And what about the base? Base is what we are talking about, the whole or the entire amount. In the given situation of Mr. Santos, the base is 1,200 pesos. Okay? Now, since we already refreshed and already knew how to identify the percentage, base, and rate, I think you are much more ready to learn what if we need to find the missing percentage in the given problem. How are we going to find it? And what operation we are going to use? Talakayin na natin yan. Kaya tutok lang at huwag kang bibitaw hanggang sa huli. O baka naman hindi ka pa nakasubscribe. Click naman po ang ating subscribe button andito lang po sa baba. Alright? Let's continue. Let's try to find what is 20% of 125. First thing to do is to identify first what are the given numbers. So, kilalanin natin. So, dalawa lang naman yung ating given numbers. 20%, obviously, what is that? That's rate. Kasi may symbol na percent. What about 125? Associated with the word of, so it is the B or the base. Therefore, what we are looking for here is the percentage or P. Take note of this in finding the percentage. We will use the Hans triangle or the Hans triangle. We have P over B and R. Now, since we are looking for the percentage, letter P, halimbawa, nawawala, so ang natira na lang ay B at saka R. So we will use a formula in finding the percentage. Tatandaan nyo ito, kids. Ang ating formula is P equals B times R, which means B stands for the base times R stands for the rate. Let's use now the formula in finding the percentage in the given problem. Let's substitute now the value of the base and the rate in the given problem. So P equals B, ang ating B sa problem ay 125 times ang ating R naman o rate is 20% as the rate. But, eto, pakitandaan po, to multiply a number by the rate, we must change first the given rate into decimal form. But, etong tatandaan natin, no? To multiply a number by the rate, we must change first the given rate into decimal form. So kanina, binalikan natin kung paano i-change ang percent to decimal. Diba? Paano nga ba yon? By dropping the percent symbol and move the decimal point to the left. So 20% is equal to 0.20 or 0.2 or kahit alin sa dalawa ang gamitin mo, kung 0.20 or 0.2. Parehas lang po yun. Pero para mas mapabilis natin ang pagmumultiply, we will now use 0.2 or 2 tenths. Let us now multiply 125 times 0.2 or 2 tenths. Again, balikan ulit natin kung paano mag-multiply ng decimal number. Just ignore the decimal point. We are just multiplying 125 times 2, which is equal to 125 times 2, 250. Then, meron na tayong decimal point dyan. Let us also put the decimal point one place also, starting here, starting from the right, going to the left. So we will now put between 5 and 0. So we have now the answer as 25.0, which is equal to 25. So the answer to the problem is 25 is 20% of 125. Did you get the same answer? Well, you are good. Let's have another one. 25% of 540 pesos is how much? Again, let's identify what are the given numbers. 25%, obviously, because of the percent symbol, it is the R or the rate. 540 pesos is associated with the word of, so it is the base or letter B. Since we have B and R, obviously we are looking for the P or percentage. Using again the second triangle, P over P and R, since ang nawawala natin ay letter P pa rin, we will use the same formula which is P equals B times R, which stands for the base times the rate. Let us substitute now the value of B, 540 pesos, times the value of R or the rate, 25%. To continue, let us change percent to decimal form. We all know that 25% is equal to 0.25 or 25 hundredths. Okay, now let us multiply now 540 times 0.25 or 25 hundredths. Again, let us ignore the decimal point muna. We are just like multiplying 540 times 25. We'll start with 540 times 5. We have 2,700. 540 times 2, we have 1,080. And let us now add the partial product. So we have now the final answer of 13,500. Now, by putting the decimal point 2, kasi dalawang places na yan, 2 decimal places starting from the right, going to the left. So we have now the decimal point between 5 and 0. So we have now the answer 135.00, which is equal to 135 pesos. So the final answer is 25% of 540 pesos is 135 pesos. Again, did you arrive with the same answer? Well, you are great. Let's level up now our lesson by applying what you have learned by solving these two problems. So, let's go. Let's proceed to lesson number two, all about solving routine and non-routine problems involving percentage. So, let's start with our first problem. In a 40-item math test, Shaira got 90% of correct answers. How many items did she answer correctly? So nagkaroon ng exam si Shaira, 1 to 40, 90% noon ay tama siya. Again, let's go back to the four main steps in solving problem. Starting with, let us first understand the problem. You need to understand the problem well. We need to find out the number of items that Shaira answered correctly. Given our 90% correct answer and given also 40 items. So yan yung mga given natin. Ano? Since we have already identified what do we need to solve the problem, so let's plan now what to do. Ano ba ang gagawin natin? It means that the given daw is 40. Yung ating 40, which means the base, yung 90%, obviously that is the rate. And we need to look 90% of 40, or the P, or the percentage. All right. So did you still remember? How do we find the percentage? To find the percentage, let us use the formula P equals B times R. And substitute now the value of the given number. So we have P equals B is equal to 40 times yung R ay 90%. To continue, let's solve now the value of percentage or letter P. Oops, to continue our multiplication, let us change 90% again to decimal. What is the decimal form of 90%? It is equal to 0.90 or 0.9. So kahit alin ang gamitin natin, pero gamitin natin yung 0.9 or 9/10. So let us multiply now 40 times 0.9 or 9/10. Again, let's just ignore first the decimal point. What is 40 times 9? It's 360. Then, let us now put also the decimal point. Same with the multiplier. We have one decimal place starting from the right, going to the left. So we have now the decimal point between 6 and 0. So, our answer is 36, which means the percentage or the answer to the problem is 36. To complete our last step, we can check and look back to our solution or use any method or another strategy na alam ninyo to check if you will arrive with the same answer. But now, I'll teach you how are you going to check the answer in case we have like this, no? Since si Shaira got 90% correct answer, that means she got what? How many percent ang kanyang mali? Kung 90% yung tama niya, so all in all, kung perfect siya is 100, 90% minus, so what is the percent na mali siya? That's correct. It's 10%. So let's multiply kung ilan ang mali ni Shaira by multiplying 40 times 10%, no? So yung 10% range natin sa decimal is equal to 0.10 o kaya 0.1. So gamitin na natin yung 0.1. So 40 times 0.1, so we're just multiplying 40 times 1. So 40 times 1 is equal to 40. Then put also the decimal point, one decimal place starting from the right, going to the left. So we have now the decimal point 4.0, which means it is equal to 4. That means Shaira got 4 mistakes. Now, if we are going to tally, kung 36 ang kanyang tama, kung 4 ang kanyang mali, so the total is 40 items. That means the answer 36 is really the correct answer. So the final answer to the problem is Shaira answered 36 items correctly. Yeah. Did you follow also our step-by-step solution? Well, keep it up. Let's have another problem. And this problem is quite confusing. So better listen attentively. Let's go. Sam wants to buy a remote controlled car. The one that he wants cost 1,250 pesos. The toy store offers a 20% discount. How much will he pay? Yan ang ating katanungan. Again, let's go back to the four main steps in solving problem. Starting with understand the problem well. We need to get the amount Sam will pay. If the cost of the remote control is 1,250 pesos and magkakaroon siya ng discount na 20%. So magkano ang babayaran niya? Next is to plan. If what we are going to do, since 1,250 pesos is what? The base are, of course, 20%. And we need to find the value of P also, or this P stands for the discount. So, pag kinuha natin yung discount, we will follow also the formula of finding the percentage. Okay. Kapag nakuha na natin yung discount, syempre, dahil ang hinahanap ay kung magkano na yung babayaran ni Sam, so we need also to get the discounted price. Ibig sabihin, yung nabawasan na, ibig sabihin niyan, discounted price is nabawasan na ng discount. So, paano ba natin kinukuha ang discounted price? So, yan ang ating tatalakayin. So, to get the discount, we need to follow the formula P times R. While to get the discounted price, we need to subtract naman the original price minus yung discount na nakuha natin. So, let's have this mathematical sentence. 1,250 pesos minus the discount 1,250 times 20% is equal to N. Let us solve now the problem. Starting with, of course, let us get first the discount. Magkano yung discount niya by multiplying 1,250 pesos times 20%. Oops, let us change 20% to decimal. Huwag kakalimutan yan. So 20% is equal to 0.20 or 0.2. So let's multiply 1,250 pesos times 0.2. Again, ignore the decimal point. What is 1,250 times 2? We have 2,500 pesos. Then put the decimal point also one decimal place. One decimal place, we have now 250 pesos. Yun pa lang yung percentage or yung discount na nakuha ni Sam doon sa kanyang bibilhin. Again, ang ating hinahanap is kung magkano yung amount na babayaran ni Sam. So, handa na po ba? Now, to get the amount that Sam will pay, let us get now the discounted price. So, how we're going to get the discounted price? original price, which is 1,250 pesos, minus mo lang sa 250 pesos. Let us subtract 1,250 pesos minus 250 pesos. So we have 1,000 pesos. That means our final answer here is 1,000 pesos. To check and look back the answer, let us compute the other way around. So ano bang gagawin natin? Kung 20% yung discount or yung ibabawas sa babayaran ni Sam, sa palagay nyo, kung 20% yung discount na nakuha ni Sam, sa palagay ninyo, ilang porsyento lang ang babayaran niya? So 100 minus, kasi na-discount siya ng 20%, so ilang porsyento na lang ang kanyang babayaran? 100 minus 20. It's 80%. So let's multiply the original amount 1,250 times 80%. So ang 80% natin sa decimal ay 0.80 or 0.8. So let's just multiply 1,250 times 0.8, no? So ignore muna yung decimal point. 1,250 times 8, we have 10,000. Then put the decimal point, one decimal place, simula sa kanan, papunta sa left, kaya nandun ang ating decimal point. So which gives 1,000 pesos din. Yun talaga yung babayaran ni Sam. Therefore, since we get the same value, that means we are very sure that the final answer to this problem is Sam will really pay 1,000 pesos. Did you get also the same answer? Well, you are amazing! Alright, there's time to test if you really learned in our lesson for week number 2. Get ready and say, Math tayo nga! Alright, calling of you grade 5 learners, please type or comment on your answer in the comment section of this episode. No? Just type lang para makilala namin kayo, your complete name, the name, and the location of your school para makita natin kung taga saan kayo. And of course, your answer. Don't worry, again, there are only 5 items to answer. No? You can pause the question if you want to read and understand it over and over again. So, are you ready? Let's do Math Triangle! Okay, so we have now number 1. What is 50% of 500? Number 2, 15% of 650 pesos is how much? Number 3, 35% of 1,460 is what number? Number 4, there are 50 students in a class. If 96% of them were present, how many students attended their class? Number 5, a fruit vendor was able to sell 75% of his 56 kilos of mangoes. How many kilos of mangoes were not sold? Alright, so I think you have now your answer. Kung wala pa, i-pause lamang ito, intindihin at isolve. If you have now the answer, kindly comment now your answer in the comment section. At abangan nyo sa susunod na episode, baka kayo ang ating Mathnik of the Week. Kaya, ayan, comment lang ha. Pipili tayo ng 5 mabibilis na nakakuha ng perfect score para sila yung tatanghalin nating Mathniks of the Week sa ating susunod na episode. Ayan. And finally, eto na. Before we end our episode, I would like to present to you our Mathniks of the Week. At eto na nga ang ating Mathenic of the Week. Siya po yung kauna-unahan nating nakakuha ng perfect score. Gina Roberto from Buena Vista Elementary School. Congratulations, Gina! The second Mathenic of the Week ay walang iba kundi si Arnel Gonzaga Jr. ng Moises Salvador Elementary School, Sampaloc, Manila ulit. Yan, kumusta po kayong lahat? Maraming salamat po and congratulations, Arnel. The third Mathenic of the Week ay walang iba kundi si Victor Arcega from Rizal Elementary School. Of course, yan po yung aking eskwelahan. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga tumututok sa atin sa Rizal Elementary School. Hello po sa inyo and congratulations, Victor. The fourth one ay walang iba kundi si Micaela Maritinay. Congratulations, Micaela. And the fifth Mathenic of the Week ng ating quarter 3 week 1 ay walang iba kundi si Lorene Carlos ng Diego Mojica Memorial School mula sa General Trias, Cavite. Congratulations po! At eto na yung ating Mathenic of the Week nung nakaraang episode natin sa intervention dahil kuhang-kuha niya ang lahat ng ating sagot. Walang iba kundi si Andrew E. Mutego ng Maharlika Integrated School, Taguig City. Congratulations! Ayan, thank you po sa lahat. Maraming salamat po. Congratulations po sa lahat ng mga, actually marami ang naka-perfect, no? Continue lang. Congratulations. Keep up your good attitude in accepting some challenges in mathematics. Remember that the best way to learn is to apply what you have learned. And if you get a mistake, don't you worry. It's not a problem. That is another way of learning. Again, shout out po sa inyong lahat, sa lahat ng mga sumusuporta at nag-aabang ng ating episode. Thank you very much po sa lahat ng mga kaguro, mga magulang at mga mag-aaral mula Luzon hanggang sa Mindanao. And that concludes our episode para sa ating third quarter, week number 2. Again, maraming salamat po at magkita-kita tayo sa susunod na episode. Always, happy learning!